Detailed comparison of SAST versus DAST. SAST, Static Application Security Testing. SAST is a white box testing technique where the source code, binaries or bytecode of an application is analyzed for vulnerabilities without executing the program. It focuses on the static analysis of the application's code base to identify potential vulnerabilities before the code is even run. DAST, Dynamic Application Security Testing. DAST is a black box testing technique where an application is tested while it is running in a production or staging environment. It simulates real-world attacks by sending inputs to the application and observing its behavior to identify vulnerabilities. Testing phase. SAST. Performed early in the development cycle, during coding or just after the code is written, as it can detect vulnerabilities at the source code level. DAST. Performed. After the application is deployed and running, during QA or production testing. Methodology, SAST, analyzes the internal structure of the application by looking at the source code, configuration files, or compiled code. It looks for issues like insecure coding practices, data leaks, or improper error handling. DAST. Works by interacting with the application's exposed interfaces, like APIs or web pages, to find vulnerabilities that could be exploited in a live environment, such as SQL injection, XSS, or broken authentication. Detection focus. SAST finds issues such as buffer overflows, code injections, SQL, XSS hard-coded credentials, insecure coding practices, improper access control. DAST finds issues such as runtime issues, server misconfigurations, session management flaws, security flaws in user input handling, XSS, SQL injection, insecure APIs and authentication mechanisms, cross-site request forgery, CSRF. Advantages. SAST can identify vulnerabilities early in the development cycle, provides detailed insights into the code base, can identify issues in code that might not be visible in runtime. DAST tests the application in its running state closer to how real attackers would exploit it, can find vulnerabilities that are difficult to identify in static code, like runtime and configuration issues. No access to the source code is required, making it suitable for third-party applications. Tools. SAST tools. Examples. Checkmarks. Veracode. SonarCube, Fortify, DAST tools. Examples: OWASP, Zap, Z-Attack Proxy, Burp Suite, Acunatics, NetSparker. Use case: SAST. Best used during the development phase, especially when the application is in the coding or early testing stages. Useful when the source code is available and needs to be reviewed for vulnerabilities. DAST. Best used during or after deployment to check for vulnerabilities in the running application. Used for testing live applications, especially in production environments where the real-world attack surface is exposed.